This is live right now. It's 7:08. I'm gonna show you right here. It shows you on the screen. Look at these cars that are circling my dead-end cul-de-sac. I was on the phone a while ago. I looked at them, and this has been going on. And I think it's a huge group, and they're coming back and forth, not just one time. It's like they're doing it over and over and over, and so. I don't know what the purpose of it is. I don't know if this is the crime ring, the ones that I was told that were at the pedophile parties that were happening underground here. Maybe the people at the oil show parties where the young girl was murdered. Maybe the people with the, all the homes that are rigged where like the two women told me they were raped right after reporting people in the attic. Of course, I'm ambushed and shot with my phone lines cut while reporting burglar alarms going off in the attic. Here they're coming down the alley. I want to show you right here, this one, and here I'm talking about this. This is just two. There's some more of them at the top, you see, and I'm gonna show you here. And like I said, this is a dead-end cul-de-sac right here. This has been going on for a half hour or so, longer. It's all on my security camera, and one thing, remember, I did a recent video about it, talking about the Facebook hate group that was created. There was 100 members of it, called Buddy Wayne Webb Victims, and these criminals broke in my home, ambushed and shot me with my phone lines cut. And, where does that come from? They're my victims, and I'm the only crippled person here was the guy staying home minding his own business, the guy that was reporting crime to police, well, there's burglaries going on, but I tell you what, that there was a couple different people that basically told me. Angie, for one, the girl that told me about the young girl murdered at the oil show party. She said, "Buddy, you can't fight them. There's too many of them." Like it was a large group, a gang, a cult, or whatever. I don't know how they're connected together. I've suspected a prostitution ring is what I've suspected, and obviously involved in rapes and murders and burglary, thefts. I think human trafficking, sex trafficking, etc. And then there was somebody else that made a comment like, "Oh, it was the ex-wife when she come over after I was shot," and she says, "You don't know how many lives you ruined with your idiocy," And what my idiocy was staying home and minding my own business. You know what I mean? I'm home here by myself. In my home. These criminals have been breaking into my home, and she's saying that, I didn't ruin the life of anybody, but I think what you break that down, I had trapped a burglar that was in my house. I was under a home invasion. A felony was going on at my house. We now know that there's a burglar trapped in my bathroom. I had been reporting burglaries for over a year. Burglaries that still go on to this day. Now we know there's burglaries happening at all many homes, people in the attic. That's burglaries, that's a felony, burglary of habitation. And so anyways, I think trapping that burglar is what she meant, my idiocy, which, I didn't even know the burglar was trapped. But how did I ruin their lives? Here's another car. Okay, there we go again, right there, see it? And here's another one. We'll look at them closer. But what it was saying was there's a lot of people in the underground homes. That's basically what she was telling me, is there was a lot of people here. It's real easy to tell that there's underground home in the backyard. You could see it on Google Earth Maps until it got deleted. Here's another one. That's what I'm telling you. This cul-de-sac is a dead-end cul-de-sac on a dead-end road. We never get any traffic, all this. This looks like a funeral procession, And here, obviously has some connection to the crimes, is what my guess, And, maybe that's the crime ring, Maybe it is. Maybe that's the people that are going to the underground parties and breaking into homes. We just don't know what's going on here in this town or who all's involved. But I know it's a lot of people. And, another thing where recently I was telling the woman that told me that she was raped, right? And I was telling her about gang stalking, and gang stalking, community stalking right there, where there's a whole bunch of people in the community, they're part of some secret little gang or whatever, and that's what they do. They stalk you, and so, maybe this is part of these, and which is a felony. That's felony gang stalking, harassment, terrorism, whatever. In my case, they're wanting me to move from my house. Here's another one right here. I'm going to show you. We'll get this one one up close too. And you know, they're trying to terrorize me into moving from my home and literally to get away with murder. You know, Aaron Packelhofer told me 4 people were murdered, died in my home. You know, here's another one right here. I was going to go back into the camera and get the recordings, but I don't even have to. They haven't stopped. You know, this is live. It's going on right now. There's the timestamp. There's the truck right there, you know. And so, you know, real interested on these vehicles. Here's another one right here. You know, it makes you wonder if they're involved in the crime ring and all the crimes. Here's another one right here. Get a close up on that one. That one went to turn. It went down the alley. Okay. So they're in front of my house. This used to go on, but back before the murder attempt. This is what was going on before the murder attempt. I would see this, you know, these cars like this all the time, and it wouldn't be surprising. It wouldn't surprise me at all. It ain't the same gang right there. That this ain't the same people. And I wouldn't be surprised if this ain't the people that were in the underground home when I shot. And that would make them witnesses to a premeditated capital attempted murder, if not a accessory, you know, because at the underground home in my backyard, that's my property, right? I mean, I pay taxes on it, you know. That's in my property, and they're not invited, so that's a burglary, you know. I mean, they're committing a felony, and, you know, they come here with guns to murder me, and so one guy shoots me. All of them are charged. I mean, that's called the law of parties, you know. Everybody at the underground home gets charged with capital attempted murder, and they go to prison for the rest of their life, you know. If y'all recognize any of these vehicles, or y'all know what this is, you know, here, pass this around, share this, and this right here. This is Midland, Texas, right here. As you can see, the date, June 3rd. I survived a premeditated capital attempted murder in this house. Hundreds of people have asked or ordered me to move under the threat of death. One guy told me, he says, you have 2 choices. You can move or meet God earlier. You know, and there was another guy, Lance Eggleston. He says, we have access to your residence at all times. You will be silenced, not if, but when. And I said, when are you going to murder me, Lance? You know, makes you wonder if Lance was part of a member of that Facebook group, of that hate Facebook group. It makes you wonder if he ain't one of these in these cards right here, you know. And, you know, what explains that, you know? Is this what happens when you report rapes and murders, you know, in Midland, Texas? Here's another one. I wonder if that, you know, I wonder when I'll loop and we'll see the same vehicles, you know, and you know, I think this is good for law enforcement, legitimate law enforcement. They can see what's going on, you know, and you know, harassing the victim of a capital attempted murder is a crime in itself, you know. And, you know, I mean, that's what it is. Trying to terrorize a person into selling their home so you can cover up murders, right? That's a crime. There's so many crimes committed here you can't even count, you know. I mean, it's definitely crime central. And we'll wait here just a second. And I was going to do another video tonight here's another truck. It's slowing down. Here we go. I was going to do a video because I just did a Facebook post. There it is right there. I'll show you in a minute. As soon as we get a break on the vehicles, I'll show you the Facebook post that I was going to do. There we go. Get a zoom in on that one. I wonder if we looped them. If y'all are paying attention, you can go, oh, that truck's already been here, the blue truck or whatever. And okay, so we got a break for just a second here on the screen. Let's go over here, and I'll show you the Facebook post I was going to do. Here's another one. Okay, a van. Oh, that's interesting. It's going to have some kind of writing on it. All right, that might make it easier to identify. Y'all recognize that? Okay, that's kind of a brown truck. Yeah, they're all working together. There's no doubt about that. That car looks familiar. Maybe we saw it a minute ago. Okay, now let's go back over here. And I'll show you this Facebook post. That's what I was telling you. I was fixing to make another video, and a friend of mine called from the Midland Gem and Mineral, and so I visited with him. And this is what was going to be my video. I said, does our city leaders know that the people in the attic are raping and murdering Midland homeowners? Yes, I told them. I posted that just a few minutes ago on my Facebook, you know. And then I wondered if maybe that's what caused these cars to show up out front. And then here, I sent this right here. I said, on June 1st, 2022, 2 days ago, I sent this Facebook message to Midland Mayor Patrick Payton, and it said, I filmed this on Memorial Day, and this Midland woman is the second woman to tell me that she was raped after reporting people in the attic. It's easy to see that she's telling the truth. I reported burglar alarms going off in my attic when I was ambushed and shot in 2012. I've now identified over 50 other homeowners reporting people in the attic, with more than a dozen addresses in Midland and another dozen in Odessa. These criminals have no fear of arrest because law enforcement won't do anything about it, and our press won't warn the public. How can that be happening? Okay, and so that's posted on my Facebook, and then I followed it up with the YouTube clips. There's two of them. People in the attic rape story clip. That's the 6-minute TikTok, and then there's the people in the attic rape story YouTube full video. Okay, so one's an hour and the other one's is just 6 minutes. It's the same video, and it was sent to Midland Mayor Patrick Payton this week. Okay. I followed that up and I said, after reporting people in the attic in my Midland home, I was ambushed and shot with burglar alarms going off in the attic, and my phone line's cut. This was premeditated, capital attempted murder. Did that happen because I had reported crimes to the Midland police? That's a very fair question, right? After I survived a premeditated capital attempted murder, Aaron Packelhofer told me that 4 people had been murdered, died in my home. The city of Midland then granted or gave him $72,000 to start up his dream business. Was this hush money to cover up capital murders for the people in the attic crime ring? Here, let me show you this here when this comes in here. Here's Aaron, a screenshot from Aaron Packelhofer asking me, but if I can ask, there were 4 people who were murdered, died in my house, what are their names? Well, so I turned that in to law enforcement, the press, everybody else, and then I read this on the news, you know, on the internet. Citric Brewing Company got its start after winning a $72,000 grant awarded by the Midland Entrepreneurial Challenge. The owners, Jamie Hill and Aaron Packelhofer, soon became local operations in May 2018. That's what I'm asking. You know, the city of Midland gave him money after he told me 4 people had been murdered, died in my home. Okay. And then I went on, I said this same message was sent to city council members John Norman, right here, Scott Dufford, and Robin Poole. That's the Midland City Council. And the same exact message that's sent to the Midland mayor, okay, Patrick Payton. Okay. There's a truck in my alley, and we're not going to film it. But here's Seth Herman. Did our city leaders know people in the attic? I said, this one also sent to Seth Herman, Midland County Sheriff, and the Midland Police Department this week. There you go. They keep coming down my alley now. See? There's another one. 3 in a row. Okay. Let me show you the next one. Okay, that was the last one here. I think I skipped one. I did. Yeah, I skipped this one. There's another in the alley here. Look, I'll show you. Okay. I'll look at them in my alley. That's live. That's right now as I'm talking. Okay, so in front of my house, behind my house, over and over and over. And I think it's gang stalking, you know, that's what it seemed like. It also sent to city council members Blong, Ladd, and Corrales, okay, about, you know, the video of the girl raped. Okay, here's more in my alley, okay. I want to show you here, okay. Out in front of the house, okay, and they're going to be in my alley here in a minute. We literally have lost rule of law in Midland. There's no doubt. This is what happens, folks, when you report crimes and murders in Midland, Texas, if you survive. Okay. But so anyways, you wonder how many responses I got back. You know, you ought to see the video. You ought to watch at least that 6-minute part. It'll make you cry. There ain't no doubt she's telling the truth, you know. I also sent the same video, same message, copy and pasted it to News West 9, ABC 2 News, and KPEJ, okay? So it went to the mayor, the city council, the Chief Herman, the sheriff, the Midland Police Department, the news organization, and then finally on my last one, I said, if you're wondering why I didn't also contact CBS 7 and the Midland Reporter Telegram, the reason is because they have me blocked. Now, why would a news agency block the guy who's trying to warn the public about a criminal gang that is raping and murdering citizens in their homes, inside their homes? And I just went to CBS 7 and I took a screenshot to show you. Up at top, there's a message button, but not for mine. It's gone. You can't message them. Okay, and here at the bottom of this story, there's no like or comment. The only thing I can do on CBS 7 is share. That's it. And CBS 7 has me blocked. Now, why would they block me when I'm having, with evidence, reporting murders in Midland? That's the same thing for the Midland Reporter Telegram, too. I was going to show you that. We've got a break here for a second. I got a feeling they're going to be back, but I'm going to go ahead and post this video. And y'all recognize these vehicles and, you know, spread this. Let everybody know what goes on. Here's what happens if you survive a murder attempt and you report crimes and murders in Midland, Texas. It's Buddy Webb.